Welcome back to another SpongeBob Movie Search for SquarePants merchandise update! Woo! Celebrate! Woo! Today, we have a bunch of SpongeBob plushies. These are glow-in-the-dark plushies. They were made by Funrise, so that means you know these are good quality products. See, we got a Patrick one here. I noticed that these two have very base stock model faces printed onto them. They're still very cute. They have a lot of detail. They're the outfits from the movie. I think they're really well done plushies, especially you can see SpongeBob's ridges are kind of like separate coming off of them. I think that's really sick. Now this Squidward's looking a little worse for wear. I feel like they could have maybe done a bit of a better job fitting him onto the plush head shape. But I like the outfit design, and, you know, he's just very plump. I do kind of like that. And, of course, you can't have a Search for SquarePants set without a Flying Dutchman plushie. I've been waiting for a Flying Dutchman plushie. This is so sick. His nose is kind of going downwards, but I think you can kind of mess with that a little bit. Look at him. He's all green and menacing. He's got just, like, little paper just stapled onto him for the eyebrows. It's kind of adorable.
But like I said, it's a glow-in-the-dark toy, so I think the most important thing is figuring out if it actually glows in the dark or not. And I think SpongeBob and Patrick look pretty good in the dark. You can see Patrick's eyes, SpongeBob's eyes, definitely visible in the darkness. I think it's a little bit more difficult for Squidward and Flying Dutchman, but that's mostly because their eyes are different colors. But you can kind of see them glowing. They were glowing a little bit before I started filming. The thing people forget with the glow-in-the-dark toys is you really gotta, like, shine a light right on them for a while before they actually work. So I got kind of lazy here, but they do work. They do glow. I see the glowing.
But while we're talking about SpongeBob merchandise, I do want to point out that I made a huge mistake in a previous short. Back in September, I talked about an Olipop store that had a bunch of exclusive SpongeBob merchandise. Stuff like a puzzle and an ice mold and a mini fridge. As it turns out, those are actually rewards you get from buying Olipop products. You're not actually supposed to be able to buy those things up front. The website that had all that stuff up for purchase was not supposed to be up. And if you go to the link that I was sharing around back then, it doesn't exist now. They took it down. And the worst part is, I spent money on this. I lost money on a website that wasn't supposed to be up. So now, I have given up money on something that is not going to be sent to me. So, unless I really want to buy a bunch of Olipops right now, I don't know if I'm going to get that stuff. I'm still kind of weighing my options a little bit on whether or not I want to buy a bunch of Olipops in order to get any of these at this point. I feel like it's not even worth it. I don't even see the fridge on the rewards options, but maybe if I see an eBay listing later on this year, I'll pick something up. But yeah, that's it for now. I'm really sorry if I misled anyone. I think we were all kind of confused because we saw it up on like Google Images or something. But yeah, be really careful what you spend your money on. This is the lesson to everyone out there. And I'm going to be covering a lot more SpongeBob Movie Search for SquarePants news in my next short, so stay tuned for that. See ya, bye!